At first when it came out, I was like really bummed because it was really, not the thing I was imagining it to be.
Oh yeah.
Like it did, like you had to like restart the whole replay, and it was like, well, the idea was great, but but it wasn't perfect.
Yeah. I remember resuming from a replay like 40 minutes in, and then doing it wrong and being like, okay, let's resume again. But then you have to fast forward through 40 minutes of the replay, and that's just like, that's a deal breaker.
Yeah, pretty
But
much.
then they added the ability to resume from starting at 40 minutes without having to fast forward, so it's better.
Actually, this whole beta thing, I don't play it because it's just too many updates, and I don't like that. But I actually really like what they're doing. Like, like every week they change something up and just see what people do with it. It's cool. And I'm missing workers left and right.
Yeah, Control S toggles sound on and off.
So it's 10 minutes. You want to stop?
Sure. No, 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 no. I was a little confused. You came up and knocked down my third, and then you just left. Like, you didn't want to see if you could do more? You probably couldn't have, and maybe it was the right choice to leave. I wouldn't usually leave.
Well, I didn't want to. Well, I was rallying my Marines to that group, so I didn't want to lose everything. I guess I should have been more aggressive. I was just thinking that when you saw my big clump of Marines, you will be making units.
Right. Because, I mean, you're not going to be able to kill Queens and Spines with Transfuse, but if you sit just out of range of the Queens and Spines, then most people that you play against will make Zerglings and just keep making Zerglings, like especially if they can see you just off the edge of their creep. And then you can like feign an attack, and they'll pull the Zerglings up, and then you just stutter step backwards so that you're not actually in range of the Spines, but you're killing tons of Lings and stuff. You don't have to do any of that. It's just like the whole point of opening with an aggressive Marine build is to force me to not make as many drones as I want to. And in this game, if you watch from my perspective, I never stopped making drones. I only made like 8 Lings and 2 Spines, and was like, okay, well, if you're not going to attack me. But whatever.
Yeah, well, I understand what you're saying. I guess I'm used to, like, when I commit to aggression. The same thing happened in TVP when I get carried away with my 6-minute poke, I always screw up my macro and I end up 10 minutes with like 3 marines or something.
Yeah. The thing is, it's a tricky trade-off, like you say. If you can't macro behind it, then sometimes being too aggressive with your poke can lose you a game. But if you can macro behind it, like if you get the practice and you're able to macro behind it, I probably win about 30 or 40% of my TVPs with the poke, you know?
Yeah.
And the same thing is true here. Like, if you can win 1 out of every 8 games with your first poke, and you just flat out win with that, then it's worth it to try to do that, even if sometimes it doesn't work out, as long as you never slip up on your macro behind it, you know? So at 6 minutes, you're short 1 worker.
Only one?
Only 1. You're short 2, but look, if you look at your CC, it's like about to finish, so basically only 1. You don't have the CC, which I think you built an extra 1 more depot than you're supposed to. If you hadn't built that depot, you could have made the CC.
But I'm 42 out of 43 supply. I kind of need to build it.
Right, but what you do is you don't make any marines after these ones that are about to finish. And then you float the Raxes down to make a wall in at your natural, so even though you're about to supply cap, you're not actually going to supply cap.
Okay, yeah. I'm just not playing the many these games because I know you're not going to attack.
Right. It takes, you can make 2 SCVs in the time it takes to make a depot. So what you want to do is go up to 41 and then start your depot. And if you have to cancel one of the Marines in order to get the SCVs, SCVs are more important than the Marines. Let's see when you got your gas and your command center. So it looks like the command center is only a tiny bit late. It's totally fine. And the gas, you got guys right on gas right away. That's great. You have no wall in, like you were just saying, because you're kind of cheating. You're gonna lose a lot of games doing this if you don't get a wall in. Like if I'm all in.
Yeah, I know. So basically, after 17,
I think you probably could have actually won the game if you had really just tried. Because like if somebody makes 3 hatcheries that early, he probably can't afford lings. Like, I didn't make lings because I supply blocked. I couldn't have afforded more lings. You probably could have killed me. What was your question? His armory is late again.
I forgot. Yeah, I know I have to build that freaking armory at like 10 minutes or so, like, but I always forget.
The timing on it is, like an upgrade takes 3 minutes. An armory takes 1 minute to build. A factory takes 1 minute to build. So you have to start your factory within 1 minute of starting the upgrade. Right?
Yeah, but the thing is, I did when I'm back when in TVTs, I used to build double engineering base, right? And what I would do, I would start my 111 and I would start factory right away, and then I would build the armory as soon as the factory finishes. And for some reason, I know that like it should take only 2 minutes to do that, but always by the time my armory finishes, my 1-1 is about to finish. I don't know. I just don't know where that 1 minute goes.
Yeah, I think it's just the time it takes for your SCV to walk over and actually start building the factory, then walk over and start building the armory.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Anyway, earlier factory would have meant earlier medevacs and getting your upgrades on time. You're also almost supply blocked, but you're making a depot, so I forgive you. As far as workers at 10 minutes, 37 again, just like last time, exactly 37. I wonder what's going on.
I don't know. I said I haven't played for a week.
Yeah, so. I think you just supply blocked a couple times or something. Let's start from scratch. Try to get at least 42, maybe 44 workers by 10 minutes, and then it'll be better.
Okay.
Because if you look, I have 60 workers and you have 37, so that's not going to work out. What button do we push to play games?
Do you mind if I start? Oh, okay.
Oh, you can, but you're not the host, so I don't think it would work.
No, I mean I wanted to like create a custom game because I haven't done it with this new interface.
Right, and I'm saying you couldn't because you're not the host of the party.
Oh.
The party has a leader who can create games and nobody else can, I think. I might be wrong. Alright, we got it this time. Also, I don't think you want your Marines to go home until you see that I have Ling speed. As long as I don't have Ling speed, there's no danger of being out on the field.
Okay, yeah. Makes sense.
Also, if you can do it without screwing anything up, it's nice to know at 4 minutes whether or not I have my gas. But that might not be worth doing right yet.
And if you do, what does that mean?
If I don't have gas, it means I'm probably getting that third hatchery and not getting Ling speed. If I do have gas, I am guaranteed attacking you or all-inning you or getting some roaches for Hellion defense, or like something tech-wise is going to happen. Because I don't need gas unless I want Ling speed. And the reason I say 4 minutes is because that's when my queen should theoretically come out. Even though in this game it's going to come out super late because I suck. Yeah. That was really good for you. I still have a ton of economy, but by 9 minutes you should be pretty far ahead of where I am. Also, it delayed my gas a ton because I was busy defending.
Well, I think I screwed up everything else except with the poke.
Poke's important, man. Keep doing that good with the poke, but behind it, learn how to not screw up everything.
Thanks.
No problem, man. A lot of StarCraft is just practice.
Okay, I think we should need to restart. I have like 5 SCVs.
Right. But the amount of economy you cost me in that game is just so drastically different than the other games. Just because we actually fought, man. Fighting is important. The poke came a little bit later than I would expect too, and the reason that the poke is timed for 6 minutes is because he won't be able to have a transfuse by then, and he won't be able to have length speed by then. Length speed you'll usually finish around like 7 minutes, and your first transfuses will be ready around 7 minutes. So in that game you delayed your poke until 7 minutes, so I should theoretically have had both speed and transfuse, but I didn't have either.
But the thing is, I'm at 6 minutes. Basically, I have those 17 rings, and I'm just moving out.
Mm-hmm.
So should I like move out at 5 and then just rally to those marines? Because if I move out at 6, then I'm gonna be at your base at 7 minutes.
Right.
And 7 is too late.
Well, it depends. Like again, if you check whether or not I have gas, if I get gas before 4 minutes, then you should go earlier. If I don't get gas, it almost, it's not that big of a deal.
Oh, we didn't need to look at the replay. I screwed up so much, so it's
well, yeah, but I can't see you when we're playing, so I have to watch you screw up, man.
Okay, if you have to.
I do. I have to see it.
Okay.
Plus, we can probably skip 2 or 3 minutes by starting from wherever you started screwing up.
Game paused.
This is good, actually, right here. You have 16 Marines, which is perfect, 24 workers, which is perfect, and you've started your CC. You gotta start that depot, like, right now. So if we resume from here, this is a great place to, great place to be, man. You wanna resume from here?
Sure.
So immediately start your depot. Then get double gas and float your marine or your Rackstone. Where's the button to start?
So dramatic.
Keep staying out of range of the queens. You're never going to kill a queen, but you don't need to. You're just trying to kill lings here.
Yeah. I was almost maxed out too. This thing screwed everything up.
Our forces are under attack. The hive cluster is our forces are under attack. The hive cluster is under attack. The hive cluster is under attack. Evolution complete.
How long ago did you kill all the drones in my main, man? I didn't see any warnings.
Sorry.
That's funny.
Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted. The hive cluster is under attack. Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted. The hive cluster is under attack. Our forces, the hive cluster is under attack. Mineral
We should have stopped at 15.
I think
So
the whole
that first
think-
push was so small. You're supposed to have like 82 Marines or something. It was like 10.
well you killed like 15 of them before that, so it's your fault.
You're right. I'm sorry. I take it all
Yeah.
back.
No, I guess I really screwed up the whole. You have to like attack constantly. I kind of didn't do that
Yeah.
after the first push.
That's
So-
true, but the first push itself really did seem the wrong size. And also, it was I covered the whole thing in one fungal, like we were talking about before. You want to make it take as many fungals as possible to kill it, and it was like one fungal wide. You were camping the ramp like as if I was Terran or something.
I
You want to
guess.
spread out over a giant area.
I think my upgrades and everything finished pretty on time on this time. I think it was pretty good. I at least that it felt that way.
Hmm.
See,
Wish you could skip past 8 minutes. What the world needs now is a skip past 8 minutes button. So we resumed from after the awesome opening. And this time I didn't try to hold my third. But you killed all my queens and forced a ton of lings, so it still worked out quite well.
oh, that's good because I actually wasn't looking.
That's funny.
I was maybe I was. I don't think. Basically, I just remember I was like watching. I was like doing something at my base. Then I look back and my like 4 Marines are standing at the bottom of that ramp, and everything else is dead. Oh no! This I think I did. I actually focused fire something. Oh no! I'll back up. Okay, never mind.
So it's right here. You're letting the queens shoot, right? On creep, queens are fast enough that they're gonna shoot no matter what. But if you retreat all the way off creep and then start backing up, you can kill all the lings without losing any Marines.
Yeah, you see, I didn't kill any queens.
Right,
It
you
was
didn't
like-
kill anything. You should never fight against queens with Marines.
Yeah.
Queens
Oh, I
are
thought-
awesome.
Yeah. No, I just thought you said it. I killed them.
I think you did later, maybe. Or maybe I was just remembering the wrong game.
Last game I did, yeah.
Anyway, more importantly,
That was the game where my push was so great that I totally forgot to make workers.
yeah. Look how low your money is, man. Like 50 of each. Looks like your armory is done on time, right? We need 3 minutes. Yeah, you'll have 2-2 done before 15 minutes. Good.
If only I start them.
Come on, start them. You got 20 seconds to start 2-2. Yes, you did it. So 2-2 is going to be done at 15 minutes. Shields will definitely be done in time as long as you start it right now. There you go. You look at your workers, right? Part of the advantage of opening 4 racks is that you get this map control. And unless the Zerg wants to take it back, like he has to invest so much more to take it back than normal that a lot of Zergs will just let you have the whole map. They'll just be like, look, I'm gonna hide until I've got the tech that I want. You're giving me 3 bases, I have no need of map control. And that allows you to take your third crazy early. So you see how in this game you did really well on workers, right? At 10 minutes you have 42. Like, this is the best you've ever done on workers. But when you have 42 workers at 10 minutes, you actually have 16 at both bases already, right?
Yes.
So you got 16, 16, and 6. So any additional workers you make are only a little bit good, whereas if you took your third, they would be much better. I don't know. It's really tricky to try to explain when it's safe to take a third and when it's not. But basically, if you know he's not going to make a spire, you can take a third, and then if he attacks it, you can just float it and fly away, right?
Yeah, but how do you like decide when you want to like put 400 minerals into the CC?
That's
Because
true.
you know you're making all these racks and walls and everything.
Yeah. Usually for me, there are 2 choices, right? The first choice is at like about 12 minutes. Whenever you have fully saturated gas on both bases and 16 in both bases, that's when I usually say, all right, now it's time to make my CC. And how do you artificially create the 400 bucks you need? You throw down reactors on all your raxes, right? So for the next minute, you can't make any Marines because you're building reactors, but you're not falling behind on Marines because when the reactors are done, you're going to have double the production. So that frees up the 400 to get the command center while not making you fall really far behind on Marines. Anyway.
Yeah, that was another problem because basically I was too focused on the medevacs and upgrades that I forgot to make extra what are they called? Racks.
Raxes? Yeah, you only
Yeah.
have 6 racks. And
Yeah, I
you
do.
have 8.
I actually like what you told about what Nick does with the 10 racks or something. You know, without add-ons. I actually like that idea. I should try them. I should try it someday.
So you're chopping up on Skype. I'm gonna call you again. Hello?
Yeah?
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
I've never used Skype before, so I assumed that would work, and it did. So the drop was really good. You did some damage with it, but even if you hadn't done damage with it, you saw my infestors. You saw that I wasn't going for mutas. You know, you saw how big my army was. You get to see lots of stuff, and you forced me to show you where my army is, which means that you can cross the field with your army without any risk of me intercepting it, because you know exactly where my army is. It's killing your drop.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you should have lost your drop. I think that was a mistake.
Yeah, I kind of flew it there, and then I was like, "Oh, that's cool," and then I kind of forgot about it.
Right, you supply blocked at 142.
Yeah.
And this is tricky. Like I said, there's this point at 12 minutes when you have your huge income. You go from having this tiny income with most of it being dedicated to building workers to having fully saturated on both bases 56 workers, crazy amount of income, right? And all of a sudden you're just money. You need depots so much faster than you would have beforehand. So you've been making depots one at a time, and it's been keeping up just fine. But all of a sudden you should just make all of the final depots at once. You should go straight from 120 to 200 with like 8 depots at once. Because your workers aren't mining. Like, you got 30 out of 24 on your natural, so you got 6 workers down there that aren't doing anything. They can make depots.
Oh, that's right. You have the freaking feature. I actually forgot that they implemented the.
You forgot to
workers.
turn it on.
Yeah. Actually, it was really weird. I basically turned the game on today, and it was so weird to play it. I'll have to.
You should turn that on, man. That feature is awesome.
Yeah.
So right around when your drop is happening is when you want to be at 200U and crossing the field, and for some reason you're not at 200U, but you don't have a ton of money in the bank either. What's the problem here?
I'm supply blocked, well, I have 1,000 actually in bank, so
Right.
I think if I spend it, I would be pretty much maxed out.
Yeah. So right now your upgrades are finished. You finish that CC, and if you spent the additional 800 bucks, that's 40 more Marines, is that? So you would be more than maxed out, right? I think you did so well in this game with the build. I think that the only really advice is to get that third somewhere quicker, because look how many SCVs you have at your natural. It's kind of silly. Pre-spread your Marines around your center base. This can you see my ping?
Yeah.
So whenever you have about 4 medevacs, or actually whenever you do your drop, right? You know where my army is, so you know it's not down there, and that's a perfect time to go land a base down there, start mining, and pre-spread your army around it. That will usually force the Zerg, if he sees it with the watchtower, to come attack that base, trying to kill it before it finishes morphing into a PF. And that's so much better, right? Because we've been talking about how hard it is to split your army as you cross the field. If you can get him to attack you when your army was already pre-split around a planetary, it's like so much better, right?
Yeah.
So if he attacks you, great, now your army is pre-split and you have a planetary. If he doesn't attack you, great, now you're mining off 3 bases instead of 2. So right now a big chunk of your income has just kind of disappeared because you've got oversaturation on your natural. And so
one thing I noticed is that by the time I took my third, I was like looking for where to take workers. I was just like, I looked at the natural and I was like, fuck, it's all mined out.
Yeah, because you have so many workers there, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So as far as the benchmark goes, you totally hit the benchmark. You need to take your third much earlier. You should take the third in the middle rather than the third on the side too. In TVT, you should go for the side. In TVZ, you should go for the middle. Because what you don't want is for him to be able to kill your third and then get away without you taking any damage. And if you take that side expansion, he can do that, right? Because you have to defend both your natural and the expansion, so you have to stand on the southern side of your third, which means that he can kill it and then run away to the north, and because he's faster than you, he'll just get away. And that's always terrible, to lose your expansion without doing any damage. So if you take the PF in the middle, then you can just keep your army there, and it's protecting both bases at once.
Go. But I have to go up in about 20 minutes. Maybe we could try to well, this fight that's happening.
Yeah, right.
Maybe we should. Maybe I could try and not sack at it for some 10 minutes or so.
Uh-huh.
That would be cool.
Okay. I just want to, before we start, look at how many units you have and stuff.
Yeah, we actually could start by you not killing my 2 medevacs. That would help.
That would help.
Yeah.
So you never actually hit 200U. It's probably because of the medevacs, right?
Oh, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. So you had like an 8k army here, and I had a 7k army here. So you had enough to win. It's just that these fungals were so efficient because your troops were in a giant pile on that ledge. Also, you see how you got some guys going on the south and the drop? You want all your troops in one place for that first fight. So yeah, let's resume from like 14 right here where your drop is. So just go away with your drop and then kill me. And get those depots down really quick. Alright, here we go. It's funny, you're right now I have no infestors. And you're almost maxed and have all your upgrades. Like, if you had gone now instead of taking so long getting across the field, I think I would have just died.
Our forces are under attack. The Hive cluster is under attack. Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack. Unacceptable command. Unacceptable command.
Don't forget to stem. Ah.
Mutation complete.
Don't forget to reinforce.
Oh, that was better. It was better. Better. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the opening fight went really well because you used up a lot of my fungals without it hitting your entire army like before. I feel like reinforcements were a problem. And
Yeah, definitely. I wasn't making anything.
Yeah, and after you won the first fight, when you followed up, you kind of followed up with 2 really clumped up groups, and I just fungled them, and you lost like 25 Marines to 2 fungals or something. But that was good. Let's resume without watching. Where's the resume without watching button? Recover game from 14 minutes.
So, okay, so in the first battle, I had to take everything I have and go and attack here. What happens in like the second and third? Do I split up or?
Yes, right? Because I'm going to be reinforcing on Pure Ling, and that's going to work for a little while, but then I'm going to run out of larva. So, you basically want to keep your medevacs alive as like the highest priority, and just keep reinforcing with small groups, and then you're going to be fighting basically versus Pure Ling with a bunch of 0 energy infestors. And what beats Pure Ling? Jamming yourself in a corner, doing drops in between buildings so that I can't get the Lings to surround you properly, and hold position in a choke point where I can't get my Lings down the choke and stuff like that. But all during the fights, you need to stim way earlier, like right away. And then all during the fights, you just got to be babysitting your medevacs and making sure to build more Marines behind it. Because if your Marines stop coming for a little while, it's not going to work. And I would say try to do damage with this first drop that you already have in my base, because I don't have any infestors or anything. You might even want to just go now before my infestors come out. I mean, this is 14 minutes. It's supposed to be a 14-minute timing attack, so... Hey, it starts off pause. That's cool. I like that.
So, I think I'm gonna just attack you now.
Okay.
And see how it goes. Okay, so... Ready?
Yeah.
Metamorphosis complete. Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack. The hive cluster is under attack. Our forces are under attack. The hive cluster is under attack. Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Yeah, I have no production, so it's pretty much over now.
I was just going to say, as long as you keep coming, you're going to get me. Because you basically stopped me from mining about 1/3 of my crap, and all my infestors are out of energy, and, you know,
Yeah,
stop
but
injecting.
But I have 3,000 in bank and no racks, so...
Right. So,
Yeah.
you got to do the same thing, but start your reactor cores and, you know, make some Rexes and get some Marines out.
Mhm,
But
okay.
in general, that'll work.
Yeah. Oh, okay, it was fun. Let's do this again sometime.
Alright, see ya.
Yeah, I'll probably send you some replays tomorrow.
Okay.
So yeah. Okay, bye.